Hey guys, this is Major with safetycomplianceagency.com, and this video today is about how much money can you earn as a Firewatch agent. Now, there's going to be more than one route and there's more than one type of earning potential that one would have when they're performing Firewatch. I'll go over those right now. One, working for an employer. Working for an employer as a Firewatch agent would mean that you'd probably earn between $12 to $20 per hour. I'm I'm so sure that as a part of that, you're going to have to be certified. Performing Firewatch non-certified is going to decrease the amount that you can earn. Of course, we have our training, online training module available to anyone at www.safetycomplianceagency.com. You can take the online training. You can get certified nationwide for Firewatch agent on that website. Now, let's get on to what some of you guys probably would rather hear on your earnings potential as a Firewatch agent, a certified Firewatch agent. Working for a company, like I said, it's going to yield you between 12 and 15, maybe $20 an hour. Becoming a Firewatch company or starting a Firewatch company is going to actually give you the highest earnings potential. Just as I have started a Firewatch company as well as the training company for certifying Firewatch agents. Now, that being said, when you start your own company, of course, you're going to be responsible for the expenses. You're going to be responsible for all the details that make a company, produce revenue that would then go to you in the form of a salary or whatever, however you set up your corporation. But there's going to be expenses involved. So you have to be aware of that. Before I tell you how much you can earn as a Firewatch company, I will also say, in order for you to get the information so that you can set your company up appropriately, you're going to have to probably utilize someone's services like myself as your consultant to assist you with putting everything together so that you can start your own safety company. Now, as a entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur for over 32 years. Now, I know some of you are thinking like you can't be but 35 years old, but no, I'm a little older than that. So I've been doing this type of business. I've been doing Firewatch for over 12 years now. And as a part of that, I've accumulated a lot of inside information on how this all works. And with all the experience that I've had, I can navigate my clients through the right routes by which, they would then make good sums of money like I'm doing right now. So when you start your own Firewatch company, now the pay is up to you now. How much you earn is going to be based on how much you put out. So for example, if you just pay Major to help you set up your company and then go sit down by the phone waiting, you're not going to earn very much because you haven't created the value out in the marketplace by which the resource comes through to get back to you. Do you understand what I mean? So you have to put value out there in the marketplace first before value gets to your pocket. So one, having the training, being a certified Firewatch agent is mandatory. Two, following all the steps on how to set up the right company for what you intend to do or for your purposes would be the other. Three, the marketing that you would want to put out and in certain locations so that you can receive those types of clients that are looking for your service. Those calls need to be getting generated directly to you. And then 4, how you process the work, how you perform the job. Those are going to be the top 4 things that you receive in the consulting package from me on how to start, operate, and make money with your own Firewatch company. So I can tell you right now, and I have some videos on my channel where you'll see me coming from the post office with checks in my hands, and I open the checks and then I show, the viewing audience how much the check was for. Now, I get these checks every month. They're all coming from Firewatch services. So I can just tell you that this year, my company has generated over $470,000 in revenue by performing Firewatch. There's additional revenue streams that I have coming in, of course, through my training and consulting, and a couple of other businesses that I operate. We also have streams of income coming from there. We have some cryptocurrency streams of revenue. We've got, there's miscellaneous amounts of uh, uh, incoming revenue that I've created that keeps coming in. But when you see me in those videos with the checks, that is specifically coming from Firewatch services. Are you going to make 450, 500,000 a year in revenue or be able to generate that much when you go out and start your own company? I'm not sure. But with my help, I can guarantee that you're going to make some money. How you take care of your clients ultimately determines how much money you're going to make. This is an emergency oriented style business. This is not a make an appointment. I'll see you on Thursday. Now, sometimes we get those types of orders where clients are contacting us ahead of time because they have a project, maybe a construction project or something like that. But most of the time, our business model is based off of emergency services. So we get a higher dollar amount for those types of services than you would if you just had a scheduling type of company. Just imagine calling a plumber at midnight saying, I got a serious leak in my plumbing. I need you to come right now and fix it. What do you think the plumber is going to charge? So this is how you generate that type of revenue stream from a simple, it's a mandatory but simple business operate. I mean, you don't need much equipment. You're not going out buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. You yourself, your physical body, as long as you can move around and walk and patrol and your eyes are working correctly and your ears are you got pretty good hearing, you can perform this type of work. You can do this business. You don't need any employees. You can handle some of these requests yourself. Now, are you in position to handle those types of requests? Are you working a job right now and you want to, your dream is to have your own business? These are going to be answers you're going to have to supply to yourself. Like, when do you start this? How do you start it? How do you transition from where you're at to where you want to go? But I can assure you, I can tell you with all honesty, you can make plenty of money with this business. It is an underserved service category in the United States of America. Most people don't know that this business exists. Most people, I mean, there's clients that call us and say, hey, I didn't even know a regular company could do this. They didn't know. They really didn't know. So there's a lot of gray area out there regarding Firewatch, meaning there's a lot of upward mobility because there's not a lot of competition because there's not a lot of people that know what's going on. So you can use that for your own momentum, for your own, your own up trail to the success level that you want. Now, can you do more than $500,000 a year in Firewatch work? Absolutely. Now, I've chosen not to do so much work because I'm pushing, that 50-year-old range. So I chose to moderate how much business I take in, because the more business you take in isn't always necessarily the best. Now, depending on your lifestyle, you can schedule this type of business for when you want to do it, meaning most of the work comes in on the weekends. So, what I've done is reverse engineered the way I process how I'm going to work. Most of our people that go out and service the Firewatch calls, they're doing it on the weekends. I'm off most weekdays taking care of stuff around the house, clearing some land we purchased, so on and so forth. I'm doing things I want to do during the week, and then we perform a lot of our Firewatch functions on the weekends when managers at locations are off work, when there's an emergency and the fire marshal says, "Hey, I'm going to close you down if you don't have Firewatch here in the next couple of hours," so on and so forth. This is what we get paid to do. So if you like that type of environment where you're not stuck at a computer all day, or where you're not stuck running around in the rat race constantly in traffic, going here, going to earn your money, you might take a closer look at Firewatch. You can contact me in the links below. Typically, I'll leave my email address so you guys can contact me, or just comment on this video. If you want the consulting, I can break that down to you person to person. I don't like to market heavily online like, hey, I have consulting available for this price, so on and so forth. It's gonna be based off of your situation, your city you live in, and what it's gonna take to get you up and running. If you never had a business before, I'll probably have to spend more time with you on the setup. If you have a company that's running, up and going, and we need to add this service on to your corporate structure or your LLC or so on and so forth, I'll be able to do that a little bit quicker because you're a little more savvy as to what it takes to get your business started. Tax ID numbers, things like that. I've got some extra tools for you to increase even your business that you currently have, even if it's not Firewatch. So if you need help with increasing your revenue or of your current business, or if you need help starting a business, it doesn't have to be Firewatch. Major is well versed in multiple categories of business. Over the last 32 years, 35 years, I've had numerous businesses, all the way from mobile heavy equipment painting. We've traveled throughout the U.S. and abroad. Aviation and marine detailing. I'm a training instructor for that. Um, Real estate. I wrote a book called Make Your Profit on the Front, Real Estate Guide to Successful Investing. Um, I've consulted and brokered lots of deals, meaning I've middleman things that probably no one knew existed and made money from those deals, plenty of money. So Major does and has done a lot of different business functions. So I can take my concepts and trade it. It's cross border concept, meaning I can apply the same concepts of making money from this business and apply those to another business and still make it work the same. It may be a different genre, but it doesn't mean that the core functions of every different business are different. Nope, you got to have some type of corporate structure set up. Two, you got to know what tax bracket what's going to benefit you the most as far as paying taxes. Three, bank accounts, tax ID numbers, basic stuff. Marketing, having a 1-800 number. Do you want people calling your cell phone all day, or do you want them routed another route? These are things you need to think about before you get real busy, or the business becomes the controller of your life instead of you becoming the controller of the business. There's a big difference. I hope you heard that. That's a real thing, and it took over my life for some years, like 20 years before I figured it out. So when I reverse engineer processes and then make the business work for me, that's really what you need to know. You don't want to work for the business. You want the business to work for you. You want to dictate what the business does for you based on your goals you have for your life, not the other way around. So when you just start a business, go out there and work it and do all of this stuff to make it work and make it happen, little do you know that you're possibly engineering your life based on what the business dictates. Because if you don't have channels for it to flow through, and if you don't have start and stop points and break points for where you want this thing to go, it'll just take up over your whole life. And then you'll end up in a lot of numerous types of situations where you'll probably look back and go, wow, why did I ever start this? Or how did I get to this point? So these are the things that my consulting helps you not to do. There's more not to do's than to do's. Let me repeat that. There's more not to do's out there than to do's. Anybody can start a business. Anybody can get some business cards. Anybody can start moving around and trying to do something. But if you would rather spend 2 years developing something and getting your goals matched versus spending 10 years and still wondering, what the heck am I doing? Contact someone like me that has the experience to guide you through the steps, get you up and running. In under a month, I can have you making money. Making money through a stream. That means if you look at a stream is not very wide. It flows in a certain direction. It doesn't reverse flow. It just flows in a certain direction, and it moves moderately. It's not a river. It's not a raging river. So streams of income, that's why they state that. A stream, visualize a stream gently rolling down the hillside, however you want to picture the stream, and that's how you want your income flowing to you. You don't want a raging river. You don't want an ocean. You don't want a mud puddle either. You want a stream. Okay, that's why they say streams of income. So anyway, I'm going to end this video. Hit the like button. If this helped you understand how much you can make as a Firewatch agent, comment below. Subscribe as well. And follow Major. I got some good stuff that comes out. There's a lot of great things I might say in a video or amongst or across lots of videos. So if you pick out some cherries, go ahead and eat them. Go ahead and digest that and use it. If you need my help further, give me a buzz below in the comment section. I appreciate you, and you guys stay safe out there. And remember, we're all one in this whole thing together. Make sure that you reverberate that energy wherever you go. Stop separating all the beings from each other based on color, this, that, and the other. It's not even necessary. We're playing into the hands of the idiots who want us to be against each other, because then ultimately they control everything through our actions. So anyway, have a great day. Be prosperous, be safe, and we'll see you on the next video. This is Major signing out.